It's the building that was opened the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. All bye weeks now in the rear-view mirror. We are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts take a 6-0 lead right away. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Right to the air. It's Levis. On the move. Headed right. He tucks it and takes off. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And he's brought down after a short gain. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Throwing is Levis on 3rd down. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Colts will take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Throw complete to Warren. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Richardson on 3rd. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's trying another one deep. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Play action with Richardson. Throw left side, complete. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Roger McCreary brings him down that time.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Flushed out of the pocket. This one finds Taylor. He's still going at the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Forced out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Groupie sends it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Spears trying this straight ahead. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Levis from the shotgun. That's going to be caught. Tony Pollard. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun now for Levis. It's caught. This is Tajay Spears. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular when the back ended up being the target and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a first down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
They just get the play on. Escapes the pocket. He's got his man. It's the rookie out of Colorado. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Juju Brents with a stop. They hit it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve third down and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Levis. He's on the move. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Titans going with a field goal unit here. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
First and 10 now from the 30. They've got a man in motion. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
And he hauls in the interception. And the Titans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, great team defense here. Somebody hit him in there, caused that pass to float on him a bit, and it gave the linebacker time to race in and make the interception.
And you know what team stands for, right? T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. It took all of them together. Took that rush to impact the quarterback. It took that linebacker to deliver on the other end, a critical takeaway.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Here's Levis. He finds Chigakonkwo for the grab. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Titans will have a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Escapes the sack. And slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. They put a receiver in motion here left. First down from the red zone. He's got a man left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. This is Spears heading left. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
The Colts adding a man to the secondary here. 3rd down coming up. Levis now against the blitz. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Spears running behind center. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans parlay the interception into points. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Titans tie things 10-10. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Here's pressure, and he is dropped by the Titans. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Man in motion, out of the slot. 2nd down, he takes the option right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Here, he put everything he had into this one. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. The Colts are ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Picked up at the 38. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. New series coming up following the punt. And the Titans will get set to take over. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now a give to Spears. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Can't get it to him, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. Caught by... Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Whew, close call there. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. QB sneak coming. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
I'll be honest with you. Seeing that in real time, I didn't know if they got enough. But credit that first to a tremendous effort, and secondly to know exactly what he needed to go get that extra yard.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now Levis. Hits him on the out route. And that one goes for a gain of Titans will have a first down. From the red zone now. Has it down close. Touchdown, Tennessee. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Putting the tight end in motion. Richardson now on first and 10. Jump off caught by his back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Locates Adonai Mitchell. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. Throw complete to Warren. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. First and 10 from the 41. They'll throw again, Richardson. He's got his man, that's Alec Pierce. And that's good for a gain of 5. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. Here's 2nd and 5. On target to his man Taylor. This is ahead for about 5. Roger McCreary brings him down that time.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, running back in the flat.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throw away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On now is York to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Burks coming in motion right. Here's Spears on the carry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Levis from the shotgun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
He's running for it. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Now the shotgun give to Spears. And he scampers ahead and gets two on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On the move, headed right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing is Levis on third down. Escapes the pocket. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up. Punting unit out now. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And the fair catch secure here at the 16. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And the Titans rush brings him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, I'm all for standing tall in that pocket, being patient while everything collapses around you. But eventually, you got to have that clock in the back of your head and get rid of the ball. He held on for too long, and that defense got home.
Looking to his fullback now. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Richardson on third. Taylor makes the catch. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Ball taken in at the 36. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Shotgun handoff now for Spears. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. Second down. Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
3rd and short yardage, Levis. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock, and the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not take anything away from who actually intercepted it, but that turnover was all about the guys up front. And one thing I love about today's game and analytics, we got more than just sacks. We get QB pressures, we get QB hits because we've seen the impact they can have, an impact that was felt right there with that INT. Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. Motioning one of the tight ends. On the counter, it's Taylor. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 2nd and 8. This one finds Taylor. And this one does not go far.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here's Richardson. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Katie York now on for the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
First and 10 now from the 30. Running it with Spears. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They run once more with Spears. And a short gain only as he gets up to the 37. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Titans have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer. And on third down, the Colts going with the nickel here. From the gun, Levis. Has him on the quick hitter. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. Give him 3 on that. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Levis now on first down. Brought in by Burks. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. They give on second to Pollard. He's got room to roam here. Past the 20. And they finally get to him at the 15. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards at the end.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Levis setting to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be third and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he'll score! Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans now lead by 10. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans drive their lead to 11. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Richardson. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Richardson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. He's trying to push the field. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. He'll get this to Jefferson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for second down. On the handoff, this is Spears. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just 1 yard on the play, and they're left with a long 3rd and 12. Receiver in motion, going left. 3rd and long for him here. And he'll score! Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans have likely locked up the win right there. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Fields the hard squib kick. And he's out of bounds with an outstanding return. They'll have it down inside the opposing 25.
Well, at this point, they're going to take points any way they can get them, and that includes on special teams. He's had a ton of kicks sent his way, a bunch of returns today, and he nearly made him pay with that one.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And this is Spears. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Dump off caught by his back. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Now Richardson to throw. Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He finds Woods. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. So that brings up 2nd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
They'll throw again. Richardson. Completed over the middle. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Colts trailing by 11. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Richardson back to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Titans have it as he records the 1st interception of his young career. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Now a give to Spears, coming left. Still going past the 40. Down the sideline into the red zone. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Titans push their lead to 18. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Try and push it deep. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play! Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Throwing deep for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there.